Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our third installment of our special mini-series of Old Gods of Appalachia in Ashland, Kentucky. Last we left off with our trio, we opened up with them having looked inside the suitcase before going to sleep after the whole situation with the wild witch of the woods the night before. They saw that the cavity had a bunch of earth and clay and some spider lilies. Outside, they saw the scene of the 9 cat skulls with the raven skulls set on top of it. They also found that the suitcase had a beautiful little copper or metal plate in an ovular shape with a beautiful calligraphy G on it, which they saw again once they went to the bank and found the inside the safety deposit box that had been set aside was a double-barreled shotgun that was empty, but it had 2 shells to the side of bird shot of silver pellets. Inside with the shotgun was the skeletal remains of what must have been a 7-foot-tall human. I use the term loosely because there were bone spurs up and down the spine and on the finger joints. There was a couple of weird things in the periphery. They did notice that there was a reporter that was trying to get information about the barrow that had come into town. They also learned that there has been recently a strike at the mines, and that there are people that have crossed the picket lines to do work for cheap, because money is money. And when they took the contents back to Mabel's room, they saw that strange things were afoot. A apparition warned the group that Mabel should be the only one in possession of the suitcase. And then Luke saw that apparition being ripped, torn fistful by something that it noticed off to the side. We left off with them having noticed a cat looking at the events of them from the windowsill and scampering off when it was noticed. And that's where we're going to pick up, right where we left off with you beautiful people. Hello again.
Hello.
Hola.
So nice to see you.
I promise not to mentally wound any of you with emotional damage.
That's a lie.
Well, don't lie to us.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
lie. I don't believe it at all.
Okay. All right. You got me.
Lie to us on this one.
You got me. So, the suitcase was opened. There was nothing but dried and desiccated kudzu grass and a large frond of some kind, a leaf, which called out to John Boy. John Boy, would you like to read out the new cipher that you have collected from this?
Why certainly. It is a gift of the green.
Yeah.
Essentially, if I rub the leaf in between my palms until it crumbles into dust, for a number of hours equal to the cipher level, I gain an asset to all tasks relating to the green, which in this case would be magic.
It would be nature magic, more or less. And the agents of the green as well count as having those assets affect them as well. So you've got a good little cipher there.
Yeah, I mean it's a level 5 cipher, which is, I can assume, is very high.
You can assume. But we left off with you noticing that the suitcase is empty, except for the kudzu grass. The flowers are gone, the earth is gone, the clay is gone. May's husband is gone. Mabel's husband is gone. And the cat is gone. But the 3 of you have remained.
So what exactly did you see?
You wanted it blunt. It looked like something had pulled apart his essence, his spirit, his soul, just handful by handful. And he could see something I couldn't see.
And how was he to me?
He loved you a lot, didn't he?
We promised never to talk about it exactly and how our feelings were, but it was a marriage of convenience at times between him and I. We did care about each other, don't get me wrong, but after my first marriage, we understood there were certain things you shouldn't do. And being an American, he didn't understand a lot of what's going on in Dublin. I kind of was the one who guided him around. He was supposed to guide me around here.
I think he still was. He was very protective of you. If he was from here, around here, or like you said, American, that's probably about as much love as he knew how to show.
I'm gonna meet him a moment. She'll just go right back into the bedroom for a moment.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, so you can see
Sometimes
ghosts.
it's one of those things where you can see ghosts. Yeah, if that's what they are, but you can see everything. You don't just walk around with your eyes open looking for stuff like that, because when you can look at it, it can look at you, and if it sees you looking at it, it's never good for you.
Is that why back at the bank you would just stare off, like as 1,000-mile stare, instead of looking at really anything? Is that the idea?
If I'm not looking at it, it's more noticeable to everybody else with the pulse around me that I'm not looking at something or I'm staring at something, but it's usually just to make sure that I don't inadvertently agitate what doesn't need to be messed with.
Understood. So I'm gonna keep my eye on you, so in case you start doing that again, that lets me know something's wrong.
Well, that brings me to something I want to ask you now that Mabel's out of earshot and not around.
Oh, she's still in earshot. She's in the other room.
Oh, she's on the okay.
Yeah. There's a thin door.
If she's out of sight.
There is a door. There is a door.
I've been living alone a long time. I don't understand privacy. Those shells you got for that gun.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna know when to use them. If it's a dog, if it's a bear, if it's a wolf, no. If it's something you've never seen before, you don't know how you would kill it, start there. But you got 2 shots. That's one good backup plan, and that's it. But if
Does this mean I've got to carry my machete? Is that what you're telling me? And she'll say that from the other room.
I hide them underneath the ruffles. I don't walk around the city with it.
Sir! And she'll come walking out, looking like
you
she's
said you wanted
tucking
it blunt.
No, looks like she's tucking a rosary into her wrist, and she'll show the machete, going, "I always hide my weapons." You didn't know I was carrying it all this time, did you?
No idea.
Okay.
That's why she's on our side. I go ahead and I put the 2 shells actually in. Yeah, because they're like, what caliber is it? Just so I know the size of them.
12 gauge.
12 gauge. Yeah.
A 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could fit. It could fit in. It could fit in my front.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, in my shirt pocket.
Yeah, the second you put them away, there's a bit of a weird sensation. It almost feels like somebody's thumping on the roof beneath you. And then from the edge of town, you'll hear the bell, which both Luke and John Boy will recognize as a warning sign that something's happened at the mines.
Okay,
Shoot.
so we can either go help or we can use this to get out. You said that you're glad she's on our side. I don't know what's against us.
What's going on?
Outside, you
That's
hear the muffled, Dr. Willoughby! Somebody find Dr. Willoughby!
Oh shit!
It looks like there's a problem in the mines.
I can
Could be a
help
fire, could be a collapse, could be an explosion. But do we want to go into the mines? Are we ready for that today?
You know, I'm never ready. You can't always be ready for danger, but
Does this happen often?
It can. Are you good with burns? You good with setting bones?
Sir, I'm a doctor.
Just had to ask.
I've seen everything that Ireland can throw at me.
you're about to get you're about to see a sight for sure. If it's in the mine, God, I'm just hoping that it's not a gas leak.
May you dare out and nobody light a match.
Are we saying we always have our ciphers on us?
Mm-hmm. Unless they're huge and they don't tend to be that large. I always assume competence.
Okay.
Especially
Well,
with you, that you're a sage, you would want to have, I think, as many magical
Well, I was
accoutrements.
thinking the canary box. But that would have been. I didn't do that, and that has to be done at the beginning of the day.
Mm.
I'm going to take out from my pocket what looks like a piece of charcoal, like burned, used remainders of charcoal.
Mm.
And I'm going to throw it on the ground, step on it. I'm going to take the powder, what's left in my hand, and kind of rub it into my hands. And I guess we need to go.
Is that
You're
one of
going in
the?
your hat and her doctor bag.
That is the blessed darkness, the lump of coal.
Okay.
So I took the break the lump in half and place the two halves and powder in separate pockets for the next day. You can see in pitch darkness up to a short range. Long range, if the cipher is a 5 or higher, which it's not. So I can, for going deep, I can at least see a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I see him do that, and I realize. So, you know what? Yep. I mean, you're right. If this is going to be dark, we got to prepare. And I take out essentially just it's like almost like I want to say like it looks almost like lotion, but it's just just inside a little container that I rub off and I put underneath the eyes. It's Scent Hound. It is the cipher that I have. It's just a mixture that I put around the eyes and the nose and my mouth. And for about 5 hours per the cipher level, I'm able to see in the dark as if it were daylight. And it also helps with perception when it comes to smell and taste. So
you get the better cipher.
Just in case.
I see us getting ready, and I kind of just I look over to Mabel. I know it's superstitious, but we're going in the mines. Anything you need to do to take care of yourself to go down somewhere deep and dark and dangerous.
You hold up her her doctor bag.
I'm gonna, Rev. You said we could give ciphers to each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as long as they have the opening, because otherwise they'd have to get rid of a cipher if they're at their limit. Each type can only bear a certain number of ciphers. So if she still has her two, which I think is her max, she would have to get rid of one of them to take on yours. So you could
get
trade.
your bag of trade.
She'll just wink and she go, "Don't worry, it'll be fine. I will enact the Falcon's Eye."
Okay.
And when she gets to the mine, then she'll do the left eye, and then center, and then focus.
Nope.
But she'll do that when she gets there.
Okay.
She'll go, I'm a doctor, it's fine.
Yep. And
Well, if they don't mind me being a whooping doctor about it.
yeah. And as you come downstairs, you'll see that a group has kind of gathered around what looks to be a meek-looking man, older, has the same kind of leather doctor's bag in his hands, and he's being rushed up to towards the mines. JB and Luke will recognize him as Dr. Willoughby. His name is Marcus Willoughby. Was educated in New York City.
Oh, city slicker.
That's someone you call a doctor, not a mister no more.
Yep.
I'm just going to kind of follow along behind him and see. She's got a doctor's bag.
Yep.
We at least look like we're heading the right direction.
Yep.
And you see that one of them kind of breaks off, and then he sees that you, JB, and Mabel are following them behind. And he's like, "Oh, I was about to go see if any of the able-bodied men wanted to help out, but we got you, JB. We gonna be good."
Keep looking.
Oh, all right.
Keep looking.
And he steps to the side and goes back into town.
Yeah, heading straight to the mine. There,
Yeah.
if as I'm getting there, considering I have the cipher activated, do I smell smoke? Do I smell?
There's a bit of smoke, but it's more dust, coal, sand, sweat, some blood. And as you come around, you see the bell tower at the edge of the mining line between the mine proper and the town. You'll see that there are carts all around that have been emptied up of their goods. There's this orange tabby underneath one of the carts that just looks scared shitless. But as you come in, you see that there's a line. There's a line of men that are just carrying stones from one to another. Instead of a fire line where people are bringing pails of water to a fire, these are carrying stones out from inside the mine.
Haven.
And you'll see that the foreman is off to the side. He's talking to some people, organizing them and things like that. And when he sees you, he waves.
I wave back and I start walking up. As I'm walking up, how far, like how deep in is the line? Oh, I'm gonna ask him. I don't think he gave a name yet, right?
No. You know him as Edgar Fellows.
All right, Edgar. What's going on here? Like, I can see that this possible cave-in, right?
Yeah, we had one of the tunnels collapse. One of the men who tried to rest up against one of the resting pylons, and unfortunately he let too much of his weight land on it, and it brought down the whole goddamn tunnel. Pardon my French, ma'am.
How many people are in the mine right now?
We got most out already. We're missing 3 men.
And everybody right now is going to. That's the center, right? The central point is where everybody's taking the rocks out right now.
No, the tunnel's off. It was one of the newer tunnels. We hadn't gotten a full brace in yet, so we just had like support beams down the line every 10 feet, like we're supposed to have. And he says that, but you see him kind of look to the side.
Like we're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he says, we just, there was this strange kind of shake. I don't know if you felt it over in the town, but there was a shake, and then the whole thing came down. And we thought we were going to be hitting like a good vein of coal, because after the surveyor came in that Mr. Barrow hired, we was really excited to keep working on the thing, but we also knew that with the coal, it would mean that more money for the Barrows, and if we didn't take this opportunity to strike now, we'd never see a penny of that.
Let me ask. I know that's the main that you put up that tunnel, but you should also have an additional as far as for issues like this. You should have an auxiliary tunnel that or something that would give off as far as for. So what's the word I'm looking for? Rav, sorry, I'm trying to find the words.
A tributary?
But, essentially,
Ventilation?
ventilation shot. It's got to be something for ventilation. You can't just have it. You can't just have an open hole.
He pulls out a handkerchief and kind of wipes the lower part of his face. Yeah, we were supposed to have one of those.
Supposing.
Yeah.
Is there any way into those guys besides this entrance right here we're taking the rocks out of?
There's a tributary that's maybe 30 or 40 feet that runs parallel to it. I could send some men in with you if you want to try to come in at them from that angle.
No, we'll take that. Every man needs to be lifting rocks out of here. Just
That is correct.
Yeah, that's
if
what
we
we've
go
been doing.
down, it's 3 over here. Y'all are doing great. Anything else going on?
No, we just trying to get the men out.
Do you have any injured?
A couple of men are injured over there. We set up a little tent, kind of separate them and make sure that they're all right. Dr. Willoughby should have been.
I can take care of it. It's no problem.
Oh, I didn't know
You don't mind what doctor, do you?
Oh, I don't mind any nurses' help. No,
Ma'am,
no, doctor.
Let's let Dr. Willoughby take care of that. We might find somebody in the tunnel or get the guys out, and they might need you immediately there. I'd rather have you there with us.
All right, fine. Do you mind holding my hand and thing, sir?
Of
Shall
course,
ask the
Doctor.
foreman.
Oh, him?
yeah, and he puts it on the cart next to him.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure enough, ma'am.
Thank you, Edgar. No, and I'm just gonna start walking that way. Then I'm not even thinking twice about it at this point.
Yeah. You walk in, and you can see that there's lamp lights every 15 feet. There's like a little, not kerosene, but definitely a lamp of some kind. Small flame, very small flame, but it's mirrored to really kind of reflect and create a nice pool of light. So it gives the tunnel a bit of an eerie feel because all the jagged edges really give off shadows that almost look like teeth as you're coming down this tunnel. And every time they flicker, it's almost like the teeth are kind of moving in. They never meet. There's never like a gnashing of them. And as you travel down the tunnel, you can see that you come into what looks to be a communal area where the tunnel splits off again. And there are seats. You can see that some of the men are sitting down that have been working at removing the stones. One of them has a pickaxe kind of sitting next to him. And they're just talking about how sudden this was. And they make points over to two of the other tunnels, and one of them's like, we should never stopped going down that way. Like, we could have hit some silver, we found a little bit, and maybe we could have hit gold, we were lucky. And somebody's like, nah, but the surveyor came in, told us there's nothing down that way. And he's like, yeah, I guess city people are a little bit smarter, I guess.
And they're just kind of chilling.
They're resting. They're trying to catch their breath.
Okay.
But you see there's a little bit of a tremor, and then there's this kind of wall of dust that comes down from the tunnel that everybody's working at, and you see the men come running out.
Can I smell anything coming from? What I'm trying to find right now is, because you're telling me I smell blood as I'm going up there.
Yeah, it gets stronger the deeper into the tunnels you get.
Okay. Do I smell anything else besides that?
I'm
trying to pinpoint.
Yeah,
trying to pinpoint if there's anything that is out of the ordinary inside this mine.
You smell sweat, and it gets stronger as more and more men kind of pile out of the tunnel. But the blood is there. You can smell the coal that they were after. Like, there is a lot of coal down that tunnel. But then there's also something that you don't recognize. It has a very earthy scent to it. It's almost like a strange kind of petrichor. That kind of smell of grass after it rains. And down here, it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. I immediately look over at Luke. I'm like, do that thing.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Like, did I? The moment I felt the tremor, I probably would have tried.
Okay.
Was there anything carried on that smoke that I would have seen? Or is it not the dust?
You see, as the men are piling out, that they're real. They are flesh and blood. But following them out in that same kind of fear of the collapse, you see children, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, that are completely see-through.
Off.
And the moment you see them coming through, you're like, no.
Nope, not doing good.
No, thank you.
Luke, what do you see?
Crowded tunnels. We're all right though.
Where's the smell coming from?
From the tunnel?
From the tunnel that's caved in, or the one that they were talking about before?
No, the tunnel that caved in.
And if they're headed out, I'm just, guys, they're gonna need your help up there, but I'm gonna need that pickaxe.
One of the guy next to it is like, oh, yeah, go ahead. I know they had like 4 or 5 of them already in there, and my shoulders just.
I understand.
A
Dr. Willoughby's
bonfire.
up there.
Oh, good. And he gets up, hands you the pickaxe, and starts making his way out.
Well, I mean, I would imagine there's more than one pickaxe there.
Yeah, you see that the people that came out after the tunnel collapsed again, they all have like pickaxes and shovels. There's a total of like 4 of each. So you can ask for whatever tool you want.
I'm not asking. As they're walking out, I'm just grabbing it from their hands and just like, if you're leaving.
Okay.
Mabel will grab a pickaxe and shovel too.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, it's pointy. It's metal. That's better than I had a minute ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And you set your way down the tunnel. There's a bit of smoke, and there's the little pockets of light are much smaller now, just because the smoke kind of gives you this eerie fog-like feel of almost like a Victorian England Jack the Ripper street. You know, just this mist. And now all 3 of you can smell that petrichor.
I would like to turn my vision back on.
Okay.
Are the kids gone?
The kids are not in front of you, but they are following you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Petrichor, how would that be translated into Irish? Out of utter curiosity.
The smell of rain the smell of grass after it rains.
Well, would it smell something almost like peat?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a peat bog would probably.
Or like
she grew up in.
Yeah, or like morning dew will probably smell like that too. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, JB. You know how you know I can see things now, right?
Yeah.
You ever teach class? 'Cause you got about 25 kids back here. They're all watching you real nicely. I'm just messing with you. And
I'm like, I look back, I'm like, okay. It just
it makes me feel better to mess with other people while I have to see dead kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps. And as you're coming down the tunnel, there's this sudden sensation of moisture, of what's it called? Humidity. And you didn't feel it at first, but now you definitely feel that there's a descension to the path that you're taking. There's a steeper angle now than there was before. And at one point it starts to balance out, and you hear the of your feet kind of coming in contact with just a thin layer of water. And you hear the sound of metal hitting rock. Rhythmic. Ding dong dong. Ding dong dong. It sounds like there's at least 3 people.
I passed my hand on the water. I just want to check if there's any oil coming from that.
No, it's water and it's cold.
Water. All right. I guess we're in the right spot.
You can see in the little bit of light that you have with you, you can see the kind of smudging of the coal dust in the water. So your hand's a little black.
Well, with the scent hound on that I have, I can look into darkness as though it looks like daylight. So everything looks like my eyes are like, I can see everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than mine.
I can see forever. Yeah.
Luke is going to pull out this little leather necklace, little leather twine strip.
Yep.
It's got this little green stone with a circle in it. The thread is run through, and he's going to give it a little kiss before he tucks it back in. Well, it's a high roll, but that doesn't mean anything.
Is it a cipher?
It is.
Okay.
It's the hagstone. Wear it on a string around your neck. Hey, look at that. It fits the story. To gain training in 2 non-combat skills of your choice that I'm not already doing. That's
okay.
I don't think that's going to be useful.
Digging is a non-combat skill.
Hey, you know what? Mining is the cool thing I'm good at today is mining and digging.
Yeah.
Diggy hole.
Diggy hole.
Yeah. Diggy hole.
I don't. Wish I could have gave it to you, JB. You got all that might.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just hopped up on whatever cream I put under my face right now. So I'm just
and you see that the tunnel hooks a little bit to the side and then it goes down again. And as you come around the corner, maybe 30 feet from you, you'll see what looks like the collapse. It looks like there's been some good, a good dent cut into the stone as far as like the work that was being done. And there's four men just kind of toiling at the rock wall.
Are they 4 men, Rav? What can I see with my special elven eyes?
All 3 of you can see that there are 4 men.
Okay.
Working on clearing the wall.
Yeah.
I didn't know if those men had antlers that they couldn't see.
No, but one of them turns as he hears the 3 of you approaching, and you notice that when he does, his jaw is slack. It's almost like one of the jaw joints doesn't work. His eyes are cataract white, and he just moans this lowly sound that kind of fills the whole cave, and the other 3 turn around as well, and they all have this look like they've been lost for a while, and JB will be the first to really notice. There's flesh missing. You can see down to the bone on some of their arms. You can see that there's musculature through some of the holes in their pants. Their fingers look clawed because the skin has been worn down to the actual bone. And one of them, the lead, just kind of points, and all four of them start to shamble towards you. We are going into combat, everybody.
Oh my god!
I don't like this idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna roll initiative.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that I am here. I will throw myself into this.
Yeah, Luke does not have initiative trained.
No, I do not.
John Boy does.
Yep.
And so does Mabel.
Oh snap!
So that'll ease your task.
I'm going first.
How do I roll for initiative?
Roll a d20. Everything is a d20. And then the good thing about the system is that if you roll higher than their challenge rating, you get to go before they do. If you roll lower, you go after them.
Oh, we're
nice.
about to find out their challenge rating real quick.
Yeah. Well, Mabel and John Boy have their initiative tasks, so they count as one challenge rating lower. So they're gonna offset the numbers. Sway, what did you get?
I got an 8.
8. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
Kenny, what did you get?
I got a 16.
And Junie, what did you get?
I got a 15.
15.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No.
Do we pull ours together, or is it just like separated in initiative?
No, it's separated.
Ah, damn it! I was trying to help you there, Sway.
I can tell you that it's gonna go John Boy, Mabel, the 4 blank-eyed men,
Yep.
and then Luke.
Oh, glad I got me a pickaxe. You know what's funny is if I would have switched those roles between the hagstone and the initiative, my hagstone would have gave me a +2 to all defense and armor.
Well, you live in your
And I would
life.
have went first.
Yeah.
Well.
So,
No, have fun.
John Boy, what are you gonna do?
Well, funny enough, how far am I from them?
You're a short distance away, so you could walk in and attack if you wanted to, or you could take a shot from a short distance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use the shotgun.
Oh, okay.
Because from what I was told, I would know when I would need it.
You were told that.
And I don't feel that I would need it for something like this. That's at least what John Boy's feeling. I'm still thinking that these guys are just...
They're dead men, but they're still just man.
Yeah, it's true.
Their bones can still break. So what I actually want to use is quick throw.
Okay.
Because I have a hatchet on me, unless... So I want to throw the pickaxe and then immediately grab the hatchet to target at another. In other words,
the pickaxe is a heavy weapon, so you couldn't really throw it.
Oh, even for me.
But you could throw the hatchet and then move in with the pickaxe.
I challenge you to a duel.
Oh no, never mind. If I'll do the quick throw and I'll use the hatchet and I'll toss it at the one that's furthest from me.
Okay.
And then I'll just if quick throw allows me to, I'll just move in and start a knuckle sandwich with the person that's in front of me.
Okay. So you'll throw the hatchet at the one that kind of pointed in your direction, and set the others on top.
That's the lead. So the lead is the one that's furthest from us.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Lead from behind. And then you step up on one of the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for your attack with the hatchet.
So, would I add anything to that? Or just roll for it?
No, just a roll. You can throw some effort in it. It's going to be a speed test for throwing. You do have one edge. And you now have two levels of effort you can throw at something, so...
Yeah. Oh, do I have to announce that I have to use effort before or after?
Before, yes.
No, let's just start off. I don't want to, you know.
Yep. You're
blow the load
you're
just
practiced
yet.
with weapons, so it doesn't hinder or ease your task.
Cool. So it is a 12.
Yeah, that hits. Thunk.
Oh, wow.
Just, are you underhanding it or overhanding this throw?
Actually, it would be left hand over so that as I'm walking up, the right hand's coming up for a cross to the face to whoever's in front.
Okay. And now roll your attack for your punch on the other guy.
Is there anything else I would add to that, or just because I do have unarmed? I do have unarmed attack.
Oh, you are trained with that, so that eases your task.
Very nice.
So you got
And I also have Iron Fist.
That's if you hit, though.
Oh, you know, that's if I hit.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything to your hit roll.
And that is a 17.
Ooh, that's the first level of crit.
Oh, that's a crit?
That's a
Oh,
crit.
that's right. Oh, that's right.
All right.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yep. Iron
I'm
Fist.
gonna live forever.
When you make an unarmed attack, such as a punch or kick, counts as a medium weapon instead of a light weapon. That's fantastic. So, the first level of a crit does 1 additional damage.
Okay.
And so your fist counts as a medium weapon, so that does 4 damage to him. So you got 2 that are unhappy with you.
Well, that's the idea.
Yeah. Mabel,
That is the idea.
what do you want to do with your
Sure.
turn?
Well, she did bring the machete.
Mm-hmm.
So she will. She doesn't even think. They realize she has a split skirt on, and she pulls the machete out.
Mhm.
John Boy, do you mind if I attack with you, or do you want me to attack something else?
Sorry, I was muted. Please,
You're fine.
I'm in the heat of the moment. You could do whatever you want. I'm in it right now.
Well, no, that's fine. I'd rather turn around and double up at least on one of them so we can down them faster instead of everyone being in their own separate battle.
Copy that. I mean,
So-
I guess we could just spread out the ones that are gonna be surrounding me momentarily. So
Yeah, if I can down at least one of them or something.
Mhm.
So she'll take her machete and go in for one of the one that he threw the pick at because he's punching the other one.
Okay.
So it gives the one that, and I rolled and I got an 18.
Okay.
So
That's a crit.
I rolled it. It went there and I went, "Ooh, I'm not touching this dice."
No,
Nope.
that's fine. So that's going to do an extra 2 points of damage. Your machete's a light weapon, though, isn't it?
I'm practicing light and medium.
Oh, no, it is a
and
medium
this
weapon.
is
So it does 4,
4
plus
damage.
2 more from your crit.
Yep.
Okay.
Now they see that she's not a wilting flower.
Yeah.
Explore for the win!
Yeah. So now it is their turn.
copy.
The one that has been manhandled by John Boy and now Mabel just turns his attention to Mabel, and he will attack you with his pickaxe once,
Mhm.
and then he will try to rip your face off with his hand as a second attack.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was an option. I didn't realize that was...
Apparently I didn't know either.
They have special attacks.
Called rip your face off.
No,
attack.
So-
let's see.
Does Mabel want to try to dodge or just take the brunt damage?
Oh, I think we're dodging.
Okay. You are training the speed defense, so that'll ease the
That?
task.
Okay.
So
Rolling a 20.
Mhm.
Please be a good roll. Okay, that's a 16. Not too bad.
Okay.
Not too bad.
so you dodge the pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try to dodge the face off?
Sure.
Nicolas Cage face off
I
attack?
like my face.
Sure.
I like my face.
Take his face.
The Nick Cage.
Not so good. It's a 13.
Not enough, unfortunately.
Even with the +2, damn it.
Yeah, their might attacks are higher than their challenge rate. So
Does the artificy bag come into play then?
what does that do? Did you activate that?
Wearing the bag around her neck. I just have to wear it around her neck, which I'm.
No, ciphers have to be activated. So you have to have put it on, because otherwise it's considered in your pocket or away somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So they have to be
I
activated.
would say that she already. All right.
So, if you want that to have been activated, I'm okay with that. It's just gonna eat up your cipher.
Yeah. It saves my face,
I mean, it gives you 1 point of armor.
which might save my face.
So you're gonna take 3 points instead of 4.
Okay, I'm not sad about this.
Yeah. It's gonna come out of your speed because you tried to dodge it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll live with it.
Okay. That's that guy, and then the 3 on John Boy.
Let's do
I'm
it.
so sorry. I'll roll better next time.
Let's do it.
Yep.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, so you've got 6 dodges to roll if you want to try to avoid them.
I mean, I got speed defense, so I might as well.
Okay. Yeah, so you eases it by
Oh,
1.
no, yeah, I do have speed defense.
Yeah. Okay. Not a
Uh,
terrible thing to
and-
have.
yeah. Maybe I want to use effort in this as well. Do I use effort in this?
You can. You can use effort if you want to.
Now let's see how this goes. I'll
Sure.
just hold it off. Okay,
Either
so
way,
first
either
one-
way, you're gonna lose points from your pool.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine.
it's up to you whether you want to use them for effort or whether you want to use them for damage.
Okay. Well, this is. I'm very skeptical of this, but I got a nat 20.
You dodged.
Yeah.
You dodge.
Yeah, I
and-
don't like the fact I'm rolling high right now.
Yeah, you
because
you
that-
dodge in such a way that you actually deal 1 point of damage to him.
Good. Hopefully to the guy that I punched in the face.
Yeah, that's the guy.
All right, there you go. Next one is a 15.
15 is enough.
9.
9 is not enough.
9 is not enough.
So that attack's gonna do 4 points of damage.
And that comes off of speed, right?
That's gonna come out of speed. Yep.
Okay, cool. Next one. 14.
14 is not enough. That's another 4 points as he digs his hand into the fat of your body.
Cool. All right. I love how this went really down really fast.
You'll be fine. You've got
15.
15 is enough.
And that is a 16.
16 is enough. I think that's all 6.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to stop because that was a 6. I'm just going to put that back in there.
Yep, put that back. Yeah, so all 3 of them turn their attention on you, and you manage to kind of move out of the way of a lot of the attacks, but there's one shovel that just hits you in the solar plexus, dead center, and then as you tumble forward, the hand comes in and just kind of scrapes down from your shoulder to your stomach, and it is agonizing. This feels like a machine tore through your skin and not bone. Like there is an unnatural strength to these creatures. And after that, you immediately double your efforts to try to like weave and bob, and you do manage to avoid some of the other attacks. But it brings us to Luke.
Hi.
Oh, real quick, I just realized I have Flesh of Stone.
Oh, old man Sage.
What does the stone do? Flesh of stone.
Oh, Flesh of Stone just gives me a +1 to armor
Oh.
if I'm not wearing
Okay,
any.
so one less from each of your attacks. So
All
you
right,
got-
so instead of a 6, I have an 8.
Yes.
That's yes. I rather have 8 than 6.
Sure. It's more useful. So now, old man Sage.
How much room we got? I'm not saying I'm gonna cast fireball, but how much room we got?
The tunnel itself is about 12 feet, almost 15 feet wide, and about
Oh yeah,
10 feet tall.
we got enough.
More
room.
like 8 feet tall.
Now I'm only tier 1, or I guess tier 2.
You're tier
I didn't
2.
Get any,
You're tier 2.
I didn't get any super cool extra abilities of this. Like
You should have.
eventually.
You should have gotten some good stuff.
No, I did. I got communication, which is not going to help me here.
No, that's not going to help you.
But what does help me is bear form.
It sure do. It sure do.
Bear form gives me climbing and scent, but also a ton of armor and big bear hands.
Yeah.
And I would like to just go over there and start mollywhopping everybody that's touching my boy JB.
Okay.
And if I've got to go through somebody, I will go through the one that is trying to mess with Mabel and cut her face and hand off.
Yeah.
And then I'm going
like my
to
face,
get
thank you.
everybody off JB.
Okay. So it's gonna cost you what is it, 3 points?
3 points.
But it actually costs you 1
It cost me 1.
because of your edge or your intellect. To transform into a bear.
No. What was that?
And now go ahead and make your claw attack.
Okay. So it I don't have any attacks set up, but it says it's a medium weapon.
Yeah. That does 4 points of damage when you hit.
I've been trying to look up how to battle as a bear.
You know, I was thinking, like JB was thinking, he's like, man, you know, this guy turned into a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he could turn into something. Oh my god!
Yeah. Yep.
I got a 17.
17's hit. That's a crit. So that does 1 extra point of damage to your to the infidel on top of JB. So that was your swipe. So let's say that you also have a bite attack. Let's be nice
like
to you.
I like it. I had to wait so long. Let me bite somebody.
I don't like it when
Might not be
he's
biting
nice.
anybody, guys. That was a 13.
13 will hit him.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a regular attack, so that doesn't do the extra point of damage. Boop. But we'll treat it as a
it's
medium
tier
weapon.
3. At tier 3, you get all the pluses of the form.
Yeah.
At first form, I'm just a bear with +1 armor, but it's more armor
It's
than I had.
it's more armor than you had before. Small victories, my friend. That brings us back up to the top of the round, though. JB.
All right, time to start swinging. How I know that this is a relatively undead person. So how does it look with what's been done to them so far? Like, do I see any kind of progress with the one that I punched in the face?
The one when you punch in the face looks a little worse off than the one that is dancing with Mabel.
Mm.
And they're both have lost more chunks of their flesh. And you'll notice that since you can see in the dark perfectly, when their flesh hits the ground, it becomes coal.
Mm.
Interesting. So when parts of them come off of them, it turns to coal as it falls to the floor.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Um. How close do I have? So they're relatively. 3 of them are surrounding me, correct?
Mhm.
This is very unorthodox, but you know that's me.
Yep.
So I got to do this at least once every campaign. I want to try to suplex one into the other.
Sure.
If we can do that.
That will be a grapple check, so
Well, by all means.
and I'll say
let's
that
go with my might.
I'll say that it works for your Iron Fist.
Yeah, and I'll put effort into this.
Okay.
This I'm putting effort into. Because I essentially want to see if I can projectile one into the other. That's my mindset.
Sure. Beat a motherfucker with
Okay.
another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just
You know,
see a
That's how
pair
you do this
sit on
game.
and punch it.
a release German suplex. That's essentially just like just yeah.
Unfortunately, no, you are trained on arm attacks, so
There you go.
that'll ease your task by 1. And you said you're throwing effort at it. How much effort are you going to throw at it?
1.
1 level of effort, so that's going to cost you 2 points of your might. And that'll ease your task by 1 more. So roll.
Sure.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I rolled a 14. I should.
14.
Maybe I didn't need to do that.
Maybe you didn't. You definitely pick up the one that you punched in the face. His jaw is now swung over, so it's kind of instead of hinging off of the right hinge, it's now hinging off of the left one. Like you popped it back into place and then unpopped the other one.
Copy that.
And as he's kind of like getting used to the jaw, suddenly his worldview shifts and he starts to see the floor from a different perspective. And then he sees the ceiling and the back of his friend's head come into contact with his head. So you do split damage between the 2 of them.
Damn. I was hoping it would be.
That was double.
Well, it did. Wouldn't
Wouldn't
he technically be a medium-sized weapon hitting his friends?
Yeah, he's a medium-sized weapon because of your Iron Fist.
Okay.
Yeah. But you notice that they're really light as you pick them up. They don't really have a lot of substance to them.
Until they hit you, yeah.
Until they hit you. Mabel, how would you like to spend this turn?
Well, she's gonna watch what he did.
Yeah.
Are they getting up?
Yeah.
Oh, we're taking the machete again.
Okay.
And trying to decapitate.
Sure. That's going to be a called shot, so that's going to raise your... It's going to hinder your difficulty.
Do I need to put effort into this?
Before you roll, yeah, you can put effort into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
It'll be a might test, so...
Okay. I've got 2 effort, so what am I putting in? How many effort?
How many levels of effort do you want to put in? It's up to you.
Yeah, let's go with the 1 right now because we'll see where that goes.
That normally costs you 3 points, but you have 1 edge, so that costs you 2 points of your might.
Okay.
So it pays for the hindrance.
Okay. Does a 16 work?
16 will hit.
Nice.
16 will hit. And the head will go flying off.
Oh, she's pissed off now.
Yeah, and the body just collapses.
Okay.
There's
I see that, right?
a little mound of coal. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going to do next time.
He just swears in Irish and just lops it right off.
Okay. The 3 on John Boy
Yeah.
continue to do their work. They don't know that their boss is dead.
Oh.
So,
What?
They still on JB?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I
It'll
thought,
be all right.
Big
We
target.
got one down.
Yeah.
You're
It'll
one
be okay.
down.
Okay, so 15,
Okay.
14,
14 is not enough, so you take 3 points of damage because of your tough skin.
yep. 20,
20 is enough, and you do 1 point of damage to him.
16,
16 is enough.
10.
10 is not enough, so you take another 3 points of damage.
Was that 6 or was it another?
Now it's one more.
And 18.
18 is enough. You managed to stave off a lot of their attacks.
Yeah, but my speed has been drastically brought down.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
started at 16. I'm at 2.
Yeah. You're lucky that you got speed defense trained, because otherwise a lot of those rolls would not have made it.
No.
So,
Not only that, it would have been. I also would be on the floor.
yeah.
That's the most important part.
It would be a bad day for you. But it is the bear's turn.
The bear would like to rage.
Ooh.
I want to just. I was gonna say like. I was gonna say monkey paw, but I want to just bear paw the one who looks the healthiest.
Okay.
And just yeet him into the nearest side of like the cave, or I guess the tunnel. If I have to go up to like yeet him up to the ceiling, I don't care, but he's gonna take a lot of damage right now and get off JB.
Okay.
At least that's what I want to have happen, folks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I say.
So we'll say that is going to be a might attack from the bear. We'll say that the bear is obviously trained in its own natural weaponry.
Yes, it is. I'm not, but it does say that I don't get
The
any.
bear is trained.
The bear is trained in using its natural weapons, and it's a 19.
Okay. That's
No
third.
initiative. Big bear paws.
That is a 3rd level of crit for him. So that's going to add 3 more damage.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh, these things are wiry, bro.
Yeah, there's a crunch as you take both your paws and just kind of like flip him up and then just kind of Goku him into the ceiling. Spirit bomb Goku him into the ceiling. There's a crunch. His maw opens and there's this oil and gasoline that comes out of him instead of blood.
Oh boy.
And as you come down back into like your bipedal form, he drops and you see him just popping bones as he gets back up. Would you like to bite?
I would like to bite his throat out. If that's a call shot, I would just like to bite at him. But
Okay, yeah. Any direct like targeted rolls are gonna be called shots. So they're gonna.
I'm just gonna go ahead and he's just gonna get a mouthful of bear teeth.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get a mouthful of zombie minor. I guess
Zombie minor.
I got a nat 20.
Nice. That's helpful.
Should have called it.
I love this.
Should've called it.
Damn it.
So that's 4 extra points of damage.
I'm worried about the initiative roll. Like that's 8.
Yeah.
I'm worried about putting extras into bad rolls tonight.
Yeah. You take a huge chunk out of his shoulder out, and you immediately spit it out because it does not taste good in your mouth.
Whoa.
It is yeah. There's the bear paw just there's a nice little rectangular spot of your forearm that's just moist from you trying to clear the taste out of your mouth. But that brings us back up to the top. JB.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Still got 3 of
'Cause
them.
I'm going to take from what Mabel has done
Mhm.
and what Mabel did,
That's the better idea.
and I will see if there's any way that I could wrap. They're all standing though, right?
Mhm.
I want to see if I can wrap my arm around the neck of one and literally pop it like a pimple, if that is possible.
Sure. Your attack is gonna be hindered,
I mean, sure.
but go for it.
Have you met JB? Nothing hinders
Yeah,
you.
nothing. Like this is
That
tough and tumble, sir.
that is a might attack, so
It is a might attack, and I will go ahead and use effort into this
Alright,
because
how many levels?
might as well. 1.
okay. So it'll cost you 2 points instead of 3 because you have 1 edge.
Cool. So it's a 14.
14. That's just enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed to pop his
Yeah.
goddamn head off.
Yeah. And you see the one that Luke has bitten a chunk out of his shoulder. Just as he gets back up and starts to turn his attention towards Luke, you come around him and just like, it's quiet time now.
It's not even that. I look over as I'm doing that. I look over at the other ones that are there. I'm just like,
Yeah.
just if there's any level of intimidation I can do, I want to show something.
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time.
And the same thing happens. You see that as you feel the bones of the neck just crack and shift in a direction they were never meant to shift in, the body just becomes this lump of coal on you that just kind of collapses at your feet.
Mm.
Mabel, 2 left.
Yes. You know what? I haven't rolled yet, so we're just gonna go for that other thing of effort. Doing a might called shot with another head.
Okay, so 1 level of effort is going to cost you 2 points because of your 1 edge.
It's like a shillelagh.
Mm-hmm. They told me I couldn't live forever. I said, "You're right, bit."
Yep.
Well, there's going to be only one.
Aye.
There could be only one.
Has an 18.
Yeah.
Does she get a +2 for Highlands?
For the Highlander?
For any bladed weapon
Yeah.
that's longer than, the hand?
In the hand? No. This isn't a rule of
They didn't
thumb.
want to live forever.
Um,
It's all good.
We see the quickening happening.
yeah, there's one that is just barely hanging on. It is kind of taking a step back after that display of strength from JB, and as it does, it comes right into the arc of your machete, and the head goes flying off in one direction, and the body slumps in the other, and there's just coal. 1 left.
I didn't think Boyo could do it.
Yeah.
So what does that one want to do?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just all of a sudden you see the bear and JB like this.
You see
Points
it,
at the head of
it
Paul.
looks around, it looks at the bear, and then at JB, and then at Mabel. And then it puts its head up and its jaw unhinges completely, and as it drops down and touches his chest, there is this low rumble, this moan that translates into this quake, and the whole
Can I cast
no.
magic
on your
in
turn.
bear form? Oh.
The tunnel starts to shake, and you can see little rocks falling and plinking off of the other rocks. The coal around him starts to shift and climb up his body until he looks like a Ben Grimm, the Thing of Coal. And he roars. If everybody could give me an intelligence defense check.
Jesus.
So it's just a straight roll.
Straight roll if you don't have training in intelligence defense.
I got 19, sir.
I didn't know there's a thing I could take training in.
Yeah,
No.
defenses. All three defenses you can take training in.
I have skill with defense.
Let me see. That's a speed defense.
Okay.
Oop.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
What I'd say.
Where on this do I see that, Raph? Or do I
It
just
would be a
not
skill.
have it?
It would be a skill.
Oh, I just don't have it.
All right, so JB got a 19. What did Old Man Sage get?
6.
6.
All right.
And what did Mabel get?
16.
16. Okay, so
I'm not complaining.
yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, Mabel.
I never got to say the one thing. I wanted him to shoot me with it if I ever lost control, and
Yeah.
now I'm afraid.
Yeah, Mabel and John take 2 points of intellect damage.
Oh, that's horrendous for me.
Yeah. Oh no, that is terrible.
Oh no, 2 points. I
Yeah.
took like 14 in speed, and I'm like, that's fine. I take 2 in intelligence. I'm like, no.
Old
Dear God.
man Sage is gonna take 6.
Oh. So that's from the pool?
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Bear not happy. Bear have headache.
Yeah. Not your pool, your current. Because your pool is your maximum.
Okay.
But now you are facing something that has definitely been touched by the darkness.
The darkness.
14.
And as it squares up, you notice that two of its rocks on his feet kind of clack together, and as they do, there's a little spark, and the veins in between where the coal is set ablaze, and it's just this red, orange, and yellow kind of vein work around him, around the black of the coal, and it comes up and culminates into these antlers.
Is there any way to soothe the savage?
This is not a savage creature.
Damn it. That's
Oh,
what I
well,
was.
fuck it ain't.
The
No,
entire
it
night, I'm
not.
like, I want to save this just in case I see that fucking cat again. No.
Are you damn.
Let me see. Soothe the savage. You calm a non-human beast. Yeah, within 30 feet. It is not a beast. It's not human.
Okay.
It's not a beast. This is something worse. Yeah. But that was its turn, so it brings us to the bear.
Can I cast magic in bear form?
You
Or
can.
do I need to go?
There are no rules for
Never
crafting
mind.
magic.
I'm gonna have to talk. So I'm just going to be Luke again.
Okay. Doesn't cost anything to come out.
No, I would like to quick bind.
Oh.
Mm.
Surround a foe. Would you say that he is my size or smaller?
He's bigger, actually.
Was he bigger than me in bear form?
No, he wasn't.
I would like to be bear
Okay, so you
and
don't
not
shift
be
down.
able to explain my plan. But you see the kind of you see Luke Bear sit on his butt on his haunches and just kind of hold his bear paws out to Johnny Storm / Ben Grimm over here.
Mhm.
And does anything happen?
Must be able to see the target and must be within short range. Target is impervious to harm, cannot be moved, and is immune to all effects. That is a 3-point intellect ability.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing in it about the challenger rating. It just is based on size.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a very simple just hand gesture that you do. Just put your hands out.
Well, it says I surround a foe of my size or smaller with scintillating energy,
Mhm.
keeping it from moving. So I'm just in they can't see it, but in my mind, I'm imagining these tendrils of vines and kudzu,
Mhm.
but energy and not real plants that can be burned away.
Yeah.
And I'm attempting to just imagine it being wrapped and wrapped and wrapped.
Okay. So JB and Mabel will see the bear just suddenly kind of stand up on its hind legs and hold its front legs out. And as it does, there is this color that comes up and fills the cave in this kind of green light. And the image of vines coming up and wrapping themselves around its legs and then climbing up even further, climbing up and wrapping its torso and bringing up its arms and just kind of creeping like snakes until it's got every joint of its fingers wrapped, and then it comes up and grabs onto the head, and there's a moment where its head is kind of brought to one side, forced by the vines kind of creeping it in and contracting this creature, and its mouth opens. There's oil and gasoline that starts to pour out like drool, and the voice that comes out is not a man's voice. It is a woman's voice, and you hear her calmly going through the tunnel. You would turn our gifts against us after we gave you such a gift, Luke.
I'm gonna roar as soon as we gift you.
This is how you repay the loss of your wife and child?
You kind of hear the roar, kind of just stutter and stulter, and just more angry one in return.
They're here with me if you want to say something. You want to say something, Luke? And the creature just kind of sits there. Are you guys going to stay for the whole minute that it's bound, or are you guys going to GTFO?
Oh, no.
I don't know that it's bound. I'm trying.
No,
I'm going to try to punch it.
You see that it's bound.
Okay, I see that it's like
Yeah.
like this. Okay.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, Rav.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I understand this.
Sure.
Who's at the where this is located is where these people are, correct?
Yes.
Like behind that rock wall that's there.
Would I know if I go to me form? Does the spell no longer work?
You've got a minute, so whatever you're gonna do, you've got eight rounds left.
I'm going to turn back to Luke form.
Mm-hmm.
You all right? I got a
Any way
doctor's
to
bag.
decapitate this thing?
7 rounds.
We can shoot it. We can't do anything to it right now, but as soon as that drops, it's going to be real angry, and it's we need to shoot it or go.
Gasoline's pouring out of it, right?
Yeah.
From its mouth.
Yeah.
From its mouth.
Yeah, and you see it. You see it igniting the second it touches the fire.
Yeah, I don't think burning this is going to do it. We can either kill it right now and not have it show up, and in about 30 seconds, it's going to show up right behind us anyways.
6 rounds left.
Yeah, but wait, out of character. This quick bind does not allow us to harm it.
No.
I have to drop it, and we have to do something real quick.
Yeah.
Or we have to go, and it's going to come up behind us.
All right. I'm thinking about it, but I'm like looking at the shotgun, and I'm touching the.
Describe your child for everyone as they see it manifested as a effigy of fire and smoke. And all you hear is, Papa?
She's young. She's maybe just about to go to school age, wearing a very simple white like linen dress. Hair's kind of always in a mess, but shoulder length blonde, like straw blonde. Not strawberry, but like straw. Last time I saw her, she was not doing so great. But
she coughs and she kind of stumbles forward. Papa? Is that you?
Don't look at it. Don't listen to it. Doesn't matter. We're going to drop this. JB, shoot it. Not
Shoot it.
the big thing.
Mabel has her machete ready.
Just one, see if it works, and then I'm going to get ready. When he gives me the signal, I'm going to drop it.
Okay.
Ready, and I'm ready to slice if I need to.
Okay. So you drop it. It goes to JB's turn.
All right. Well, I already said it. So
You're gonna
time to fire a shot.
You're gonna use both or one?
I was advised one.
Okay.
So I will use both.
I was going to say, I'm worried it's not going to be enough. I'm also worried it's not going to do anything at all.
Yeah, but we'll see. I will go ahead and target. I want it to target the head.
Okay.
Or at least. How does effort work once again? Just so I know.
So for shooting, it's going to be a speed effort. Because shooting is a speed test. And the way effort does is for every level of effort you put into something, it eases the task by 1.
Okay. I want to ask also another question.
Sure.
Now that you brought that up, is when you run out of a pool, let's say speed.
Sure.
You go from, I currently have 2.
Yeah.
If I use a level of effort, it goes down to 0.
It does.
What would happen to my health at that point?
At that point, if you take any damage to that pool, you then go and start tracking damage on the damage track itself.
No, okay.
You've got 3 health levels.
That works. I like that. That's good. That means I'm not dead yet. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to know.
You're not dead yet.
I'm just not dead yet. Cool. So I will use that effort.
Okay.
Because I need to make sure that this does as much damage as possible.
Sure.
Would it make it easier if he were closer with the shotgun? He is bound. You get a split second.
No, you're in immediate range. You're fine. That's not going to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a surgeon when I'm at this range.
Yeah.
Surgeon with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
I don't need a scalpel.
That is an 18.
Okay. You shoot it. You critically shoot it. Half of the head blown clean off. There's just the remnant of the fire veins there instead of the coal, and the antler completely made of fire, and it laughs, and the whole tunnel just shakes with laughter, and then it dissipates, it shatters. So if everybody could do a speed test, a speed defense test for me.
Yeah, sure.
You are trained, so it eases the task by 1.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
See, when you said your pool, so I was like, I still got 10 speed. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll take the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how this stuff works. Sorry.
Yeah. I rolled a 15.
Okay. Paying for all those 20s now, huh?
Yep. That's what I meant. That's what's happening.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got a 4, Rav.
Okay. Mabel?
8.
8. Okay, so John Boy would normally have taken 2 points as a light attack for successfully avoiding the majority of the damage. You can't take any more speed damage, so you now go to the first level of wounds on the damage track.
Sure.
Mabel and Luke are going to take 6 points of speed damage.
Go from 10 to 4 in both speed and pool. Nice.
I went down to 3.
Ooh, buddy. Mm.
Remember, it doesn't affect your pool; it just affects your current.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
if the current got smaller, it affected
No,
the pool.
no.
Okay.
No, your pool is your stat. Period. Anytime that something takes away from your stat, it's going to take away from your current. And as it collapses, you suddenly see that you are in a tunnel where everybody is there. Like, you suddenly appear where everybody else is. And they are flabbergasted by your sudden popping in out of nowhere. And one of them point at Luke. Is this some of your hoodoo voodoo? Where you been?
What the?
Well, if y'all stop messing with shit you're not supposed to be messing with, I'd be on the top of the hill. Y'all dig too deep again? It's been a long time since y'all messed with that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's that hoodoo shit. You seem to know so much about it. You want to live through this? And shut up. Now, who knows what's going on?
Not us. We've been trying to get these men out, and then you suddenly appear after you took our tools.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I take your tools away from you so you couldn't do your job? And I'm just going to like hand them back the pickaxe.
Okay.
There you go. Get back to work. It's all you're good for. Working for them. Keep digging. You'll be digging nothing but your own graves.
So we just appeared. We literally blinked from one point to another. We're back here.
We're switching them to anger real quick instead of confusion of magic.
Yep.
Magic don't exist, but you being angry with old Luke on top of the hill, that exists.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. But you see them just take the tools from you, and they get to work. And after you see that they with the new tools, because they only had like 3 between the 6 of them that are there. But with the new tools, like, they immediately break through, and on the other side you can hear the guys kind of coughing and asking for help, and they immediately rush in and manage to get the 3 men out safely. There's no.
As soon as it breaks through, I want to make sure that they see me as one of them helping pull out.
Yeah, there's no water on the floor here. There's no smell of coal or fire or petrichor anymore.
Do I smell it at all?
No.
Still?
All you smell now is the sweat of the men from the work that they've been doing, and a little bit of coal from the smoke that's kind of come up now.
Mabel, pardon my French, but where the fuck did we go?
Pardon my English, but how the fucking hell would I know?
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
These fumes
Y'all
are
are-
rough.
Y'all are the ones that are native to this land. How the hell would I know? Though I smelled bog. I smelled like it was almost back home.
The moment she says bog, that kind of clicks in Luke's head, because the map that you were given is not that far away from the mines, and it kind of leads to a clearing in the forest.
If you're going to be, if you got peat around, I mean, I know what you could do with that, but it smells like
I'm gonna go.
I was home for a moment.
I'm gonna go shake hands with the mouthy one Be like, you did do good work in there. And then I'm just gonna walk off, and we're gonna start walking off in the direction of.
He nods. Like he's more afraid of the fact that you came off of your hill than anything else. And like it sank in on him that he just yelled at you, and he was just like, he just nods as he shakes your hand.
Mabel will assist the doctor in the wounded, even though she's wounded herself.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure that they're.
Yeah.
Yes, you will be one of the
Luke pulls out his
wounded.
doctor's bag and just puts it next to. I don't know what I'm doing. I just have supplies.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, but I am not going to assist with any herbs or poultices or anything.
Okay.
Maybe we'll take care of JB and then take care of the other people.
Mabel trained in medicine?
Oh God, good question.
No.
Did you really go to doctor school?
Yeah.
Did you?
She did go to doctor school.
Well, you got biology, so that,
Well, I've got biology and botany.
yeah. So biology will ease the
So-
task once,
Yeah.
and the doctor's bag will ease the task again. So because you do have tools there,
Uh-huh.
so 2 eases is fine. Should be able to get it.
I just need to stabilize.
14.
14 is enough.
Just need to stabilize.
You don't get any points back, but you do go back to being hale on your health track.
Copy.
Now that erases our equipment once we use it, right?
If it's like a one-time use, sure, but like the bag, the doctor's bag can always be refilled, and there's so many things inside of it that I'm not gonna make you erase the whole doctor's bag for one use.
As we're walking, as I get tended to,
Mhm.
I imagine everybody's doing their own thing. Luke,
Yeah.
that thing
What?
knew you, didn't it?
What? My daughter. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know if it's real, but yeah, she made it look like she was back. These things, they can tell you, they can show you, they can make you think a lot of things.
I don't believe it's real.
My daughter's gone. My wife is gone. They've been gone a long time. A long time.
I'm assuming with my husband. He's gone.
Yeah.
From what you were saying.
I think your husband may have gotten a better deal.
I don't think anyone gets a better deal, to be honest.
You're right about that.
You
But
haven't
as far
heard
as how
the
we
stories.
disappeared, I don't know.
I don't
We're
know
dealing
either.
with stuff that can do a lot more than save us the trouble of a walk back.
Well, I got a machete. I know how to use it. Anything comes up towards us again, it's gonna behead him. Fuck it. Oh, I'm
Bring
sorry.
silver with you?
Pardon my English.
No, fuck him, Hanks.
I have silver jewelry. You can always wrap it about.
I cracked the gun,
Mm-hmm.
the shotgun, just so I could see the shells pop out.
Yeah.
And so that I'm like, okay, that did happen.
Yep.
Okay.
They're both empty.
So
Like I said,
what do we do now? Yeah, at least I know I hit something.
As far as what we do now, I don't. My house has always been a safe spot, but I don't know if that's true anymore. Doc, JB, look, there's nothing here for y'all. Nothing but heartache and more death.
I came here for a pit stop. But if you two are trying to find our main to see what's going to happen, I'll stay.
I mean,
Heart and heartache. You haven't been to Ireland, Luke. You don't know.
That's true.
As you come out of the mine, you'll see the cat under the cart dart off in the direction of the forest.
How on view are like? Is everybody around here?
There's people in and out. There, a lot of the men have kind of congregated around the tent, excited and glad that the people that were in the collapse are fine, alive.
That cat up. That's fine.
But yeah, even the foreman's kind of rushed over and asked about what happened and you know what they saw of anything, and you know trying to let them know that nobody's going to be blamed for what happened, and you know the Barrows are in town, so the response to what happened here should be quick.
Miss Mabel, you want to go back to your place?
I think so. I think we all need to go and sit down for a moment. I need to bandage myself up.
Yeah, I want to take a look at both of y'all.
Okay.
So we're just gonna. We're not going back to top of the hill because it wasn't safe the first time. I don't expect it. Plus, this is closer to people and to danger, but also to buildings and weapons.
Yeah. Smiths and
She'll
shit.
take him back. Yeah, she'll take him back to her lovely rented abode.
Okay.
No,
Is there
I
a place
don't-
that she can at least make some tea?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And you see that word has gotten out that the people in the mines have been safe, so there's a lot of jubilation in the streets.
Trying to look. The moment we get in, I'm looking for that Jameson at this point.
Yeah. Jameson's out, moonshine's out, and I'm just going to like I don't know medicine, but I know herbology and like
Herbalism.
understanding and identifying magic. Is there anything lingering among my new friends?
Make a roll.
In their will? Oh, you son of a bitch.
Understanding magic will ease a task.
13?
13, yeah. It was an easy roll. There's nothing that's come with them.
Okay.
You know, it almost feels like the moment you stepped into that watery part of the tunnel, you were no longer in your current timeline.
Okay, hold on. So the water wasn't the watery spot was a different place.
It was a tunnel. It was between the communal area and where the collapse was.
Okay.
So it might have been a passage of some kind between your current disaster and a disaster in the past.
Yeah. It just didn't feel like that at the moment.
It would explain why all the little kids were rushing out too. Because this place hasn't used children in the mines for at least 10 years.
You will pour the whiskey in. What the fuck is that woman going after all of us like this?
Well, until very recently, I kind of worked for her. I always knew she was working for something bigger.
How the fuck are we tied into this?
Like
Again,
I
excuse
said-
my English.
Like I said, there's nothing here that needs y'all. to step
Apparently,
aside.
something does. How? Look, I'm the one that's most likely not to be tied into anything. But apparently, my late husband, had me come here. He must have been tied into something here. Because who the hell has a bloody G engraved in a brass plate?
Would that be enough money for Preacher Gaines? Would he have the money to do brass plated, even if it was hand me down? Okay.
Yep.
Preacher Gaines is the first G thing that pops off to me to have to do with any of this.
And he's dead, right?
Yeah, but you got some of his last will and testament.
Show
that
right back to
briefcase was
the...
supposed to be for you.
Which I don't understand because it's empty now, except for whatever seeds those are, and I'm not releasing that into the wild.
That's what bothers me. So at first we thought it was bad because the vines were
Aye.
trying to wrap around all of us. But then your husband literally gave up his immortal soul to keep that with you. What would he think you would do with seeds? Plant them or not plant them?
Storyteller.
She said he either doesn't want them out of her hands or doesn't want
Her,
her to use them.
yeah. Storyteller.
Hmm.
What would her late husband have wanted her to do? Would he have given her any hints or thoughts or anything?
I think,
Mm-hmm.
given that you were coming to Ashland, he might have mentioned a history with Preacher Gaines. He might have mentioned that they went through something together and that he entrusted Preacher Gaines with something that only he could have protected. And so when he passed and the suitcase made its way to you, Preacher Gaines passed. And so now whatever is centered around the suitcase is now centered around you. You are the eye of the hurricane.
Would that lead her to think that he'd want her to release the seeds?
To you?
Well, as she goes down this long and troubled
He
story,
knew enough to make sure that you could protect the suitcase if it ever came into your possession.
she's trying not to cry. She's keeping herself together as much as a whiskey is going to allow her to.
Mhm.
Because apparently there was things that her husband didn't tell her, and now she's realizing to the depth of what she has lost.
Mhm.
I'm half-minded to take half of this and let it go. But I don't live here. I don't know what it's going to do to your town, to the future of your town, what this could do to the ecological system, how it's going to hurt or benefit you all. I don't know.
So you were a botanist.
Aye?
Was your husband a botanist?
Aye?
Preacher Gaines likes making a lot of different kinds of tea. He's really good at really nice and tasty tea.
His garden is
Preacher
lovely.
Gaines. He's got something. He's growing. You got seeds. He's got gardens.
I don't mind sprinkling them. It's an invasive species, as you
I
said.
wouldn't. I think we should go there and check out and see if we can get anything else to go on.
Fine. I don't know how I'm centered about all of this. It makes no sense.
I'll take the
don't-
bag. I will say this. I don't think he's going to be slapping my hand telling me no anymore.
I'll take it. I'm strong enough. I'm confused as to why all this is happening around me. You're the people that live here.
Well,
You're the natives.
Well,
unfortunately, I don't have a dog in this race, but
You
I
do.
think
You
Luke
live here,
does
don't you?
have. Yes, but in what you guys have been speaking on right now is something outside of at least my thought. And yeah, I'm a native. Yeah. But I have frequently
Yes.
left this area quite a bit, on and off.
But you're a father of an apple tree, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
go.
that's why I think that it's just no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. So if this was meant for you, then you make that decision. If the decision is just to spread them here, then do it. I mean, there's
Hold on.
been
JB, you got a tree from Preacher Gaines.
yes, I did.
She's got seeds. Why would he give you an apple tree?
And a wheelbarrow.
Why would a priest give you an apple tree?
Well,
I
Garden
like
of Eden.
apples.
Didn't
Did
you
he?
always teach to learn the Bible?
Yeah. I've believed in a lot of things in my life, but I know Preacher Gaines. Apple tree's kind of on the nose. And why would he give you a seedling tree to take care of?
Hmm.
You're good at
Well,
cutting down trees.
Yeah.
You said
But-
you got a hand in helping them grow too, but why would he want? Let's. Those seeds look like any seeds I'd seen, or was it just okay? It
No,
was like this is apple seeds.
they're not
We
apple
can go,
seeds.
but I don't recommend going either. Look, we can go now while everybody's excitable, or we can go in the middle of the night where everything else is excitable.
I'd like to look back over that last will and testimony and do decipher. Please.
Sure. What are you trying to decipher?
With what I received, what Luke got, and all of these are plants. It's all related to botany. There has to be some sort of. I think that there's some code. There has to be some kind of message, some coded message within the apple, that flower he left for Luke, the things for me, because there's dead bones. What am I going to do with the bones? There has to be, because I have a knowledge of writing. I can decipher. There has to be something going on that's not adding up.
Okay.
Does Preacher Gaines have a surviving family?
No.
Olivia's
But he
Catholic
has an
priest who was
estate.
never married.
I want his Bible.
But he has an estate, right? Where he lives.
He lived at the church,
He lives at the church.
Yeah. which is now, the home of Preacher Hill.
The seeds that we have recovered, or would they be in any connection to the type of plant tree that was told to Luke in that will and testament?
No, you got left with the tree.
Yeah, you have to go
Yeah.
to the clearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could either
Sorry.
go to the church, we could search around a little bit, see if he's got whatever the new guy has done to the garden. But around here, they like to write recipes and for teas and such things in the family Bible. Now, if he's got one, that would be his most prized possession as a preacher. Unless it was buried with him, there might be something there.
All right, let's go. I'm going to find
Sounds
this out, and she will take the bag.
The second you
And
pick
the
up
doctor's bag inside of that.
the suitcase, you hear rattling.
She's not going to pause and say, fuck my life in a handbasket. Hold on, guys.
I want to draw the curtains real quick. Just
Okay.
fuck that cat.
Yeah, there's no cat.
Yeah, not now.
She will
No.
take a deep breath
You scared it.
Take the hatchet. I have the hatchet in hand.
Eyes on.
and open it.
Fuck that suitcase.
There are two sets of bones. Human bones. An adult and a child.
Yeah.
What kind of bag is this? What kind of suitcase is this?
And
don't
I'm just
know.
gonna go over there and I'm gonna close it. That's my baggage, I believe.
Ah,
You mind carrying this for me? I was told not to.
She just takes it and says, I got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not
Okay,
the
so we
first
can
time
go.
I've carried bones before.
Fair enough. We go to the church, or we go to the apple tree.
Yeah.
I don't know which is the best idea.
Well, is the church and the apple tree in the same vicinity?
I don't know, boss. Is it?
The church and the apple tree, yeah. The garden is outside the church.
Oh. Okay, you said the clearing. I thought maybe it was like
No, the clearing
Okay.
is where the map leads you.
okay.
And that's also where the last cat that we saw ran off to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
What's
Let's
time?
go.
a folded letter is pushed under the door by one of the valets of the establishment.
She goes over and picks it up. Can't anyone just turn around and knock on a damn door?
I'll just go outside, rip up the door. Bind. Who are you?
Who are
Who
you?
are you?
This
Who
is
are
why
you?
you don't give me powers in like D&D land. I'm like,
Yeah.
who are you? What do you do?
There's no name. It just has your room number.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
He opens it up to read it.
There's nothing on it.
misogyny. Eyes on.
There is, the moment you turn on your eyes, you can see this floral calligraphy of writing. And at the top, you see this beautiful kind of tentacle of an L, and then the UKE. And then there's just this little sentence. I gave them back to you. And then just the initial W at the bottom.
It's a blank piece of paper.
We're going to the church.
Who would send you a blank piece of paper?
Are you okay, Luke?
What a waste of paper.
Yeah.
We're going to the church.
Do you need a drink before you go?
I just grabbed the bottle. We gotta go. Just,
Bring it with
let's
us.
go.
I always need a good Molotov cocktail.
You don't use good Jameson for that. Fuck you.
I'm not gonna waste it on the moonshine. That's
So-
some good moonshine.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
That's sacrilege.
Speaking of sacrilege, as we approach, like, however long, but I want eyes on as soon as I might be able to see the church.
Okay.
Because I need to get a feel of whether this is still a holy place or not.
Yeah. Once you get within eyesight of the church, that you know you're gonna crest the hill to see it, you see that it still has its perimeter. There's still some greenery. You can see Preacher Hill kind of tending to some of the bushes. And out underneath the apple tree in the center of his orchard, you see Preacher Gaines.
Does he look at peace? Does he look?
He's worried. It looks like there's something heavy weighing on him.
JB, do me a favor. When we
Yeah.
get there, see if you can get Preacher Hill inside. If you can sweet talk Miss maybe not. JB, see if you can sweet talk him out of the Bible. There was a blessing or a passage he wanted you to read over the tree or some shit. Get him out of the graveyard. Get him out of the way.
Sure. I could do that. I start walking up.
Anything he does that's weird, that's different, that he shouldn't be able to scream, yell. I don't care. Scream demon, and I'll come running.
Babel does see the unseen as well now.
Same thing. You will see Preacher Gaines under the tree.
Has Mabel ever seen him before?
Nope. He
She's
looks
just gonna look to Luke and look back to him.
like your husband's twin.
It's Preacher
She's gonna stop. Just like in the midst of walking.
Preacher Hill looks over as you come up, JB. He's like, Brother Tyler, good to see you.
Oh, Father Hill, Pastor Hill, it's a pleasure. This is such a great day to know that we were able to save those men up in the mines.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
So actually, I wanted to come in because you know that I was gifted with the care and taking care of this tree, of
Oh,
this apple tree.
are you here to collect it?
Yeah,
Some
in fact, I wanted to ask because I know that there's a passage in the Bible that Gaines had. Well, when it came to cultivating and when it came to striking down and also building back up his garden along with the trees that I helped him with, and I just wanted to know, would you mind if I can see if you can give me that passage? Maybe I don't know if you have the Bible inside of his.
I do. I have it packed up. I was about to send his belongings back to the Archdiocese of Boston as he wanted it to be.
Of course, but if I know this is a big deal to ask, but if you could just for a moment, if we could just go inside, if you could just give me that, just open to the passage. He has it written there. I think he dog-eared it inside the pages, and it's something that I'm a little bit of a superstitious man, if you will, and I would love to have that passage before I transport this tree.
Of course, of course. Come inside. You can help me bring the box down from its perch in the closet.
As we're walking in, I look over it. I'm like, just look. Take him inside, and we go inside too.
Yeah. So the two of you are left outside, and you see that Mabel has stopped.
You're muted, sir.
Miss Mabel, you all right? That's
No, not all right.
It's just Preacher Gaines. He's gone, but he might still be used to us.
He looks exactly like my husband. That's like a twin.
I ever hear about Preacher Gaines having family, like a brother?
Nah.
Back here.
Luke knows that Preacher Gaines is part of a set of triplets.
Yeah, it had at least one or two. Yeah, there's three of them. They just looked alike.
My husband never said he was a part of any. He's an only child.
Well, not to be too superstitious, but comes in threes, don't it?
Oh, now you're throwing the Irish back at me. I see how it is.
Well, I'm just saying,
Everything
one
comes in
brother
threes.
is in front of us.
One
Second
brother
brother.
was ripped from us.
I don't know anything about his third brother.
I didn't know that they had. I didn't know William had a brother.
No, I kind of wish JB was out here.
Kind of was I'm
No?
grabbing stuff.
Let's go
And
meet your
he-
brother-in-law.
Oh, good glory. Jill,
Gonna
Must with his
cross
strength.
whatever threshold it could be.
yeah,
Yep.
Jill mustered his strength to continue on to stand right before him.
Yeah, and you see that as you come walking towards him, he takes notice of the two of you and immediately stands up. And he dusts himself off exactly how your husband would have dusted himself off.
She freezes a moment and just kind of
Same mannerisms.
she just grabs onto Luke's arm for a moment because she's ready to fall over seeing that.
Is he standing by the tree?
Mhm.
I'm just going to kind of position us where we'd be kind of looking at the tree, kind of position him, Preacher Gaines, between tree and us.
Okay.
That way it looks like we're just standing there talking to ourselves, looking at the tree.
Sure.
Preacher Gaines.
He nods.
This here is
He shakes.
Miss
He
Mabel.
nods excitedly.
You look worried.
Like to explain something to us?
Has a heavy sigh, and you can't hear him. But he points to a branch that seems to be withering. It's still giving off fruit. You can still see some of the leaves on it. But he motions for you to read on top of it. And if either one of you climbs up, you'll see that almost all the branches have names carved into them.
Maybe we'll climb up.
The two that have withered
I'm sure-
away on either side of the third that's withering will have the names of Luke's wife and daughter, and the third one will have Luke's name. There's one that has your husband's name on it, and one next to it that has your name on it, Mabel Regan. There's another one that has a name you don't recognize. There's one that has Marcus Willoughby. And then the one that you see, the last one that you see that is for John Boy Tyler, for a moment, looks strong and healthy. Like it is going to be the one that carries his tree forward. And then it withers into nothing. And it just becomes desiccated, and right down to where the name ends, the tree just becomes ash. And inside the church, you hear something fall, like a plate, and then a glass shatter. And you hear Preacher Hill just yell out, "Oh my God!"
I'm booking it.
Sure,
I'm running.
Mabel's going to try and get out of the
Is it
tree.
still daylight outside?
Yeah, it's still daylight outside.
Okay. I'm running.
Yeah.
Mabel will get down and run.
As you come in, you will see that Preacher Hill is backing away, crossing himself, holding on to his rosary. And as he points, and the three of you are now witness to what has happened inside the church. That is a scene we will describe in our last episode. So we will leave things off here for tonight.
Well, thank you for not making me bury my wife and kid. I thought I was doing that tonight. Like,
No, why would I do that to you? But as always, I want to thank you guys for participating in this ghost story. I want to thank the audience as well for joining us for our little adventure. I hope all of you are having a good time. And we are chug-a-lugging into our fourth and final episode next week. As always, I want to give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're into. So let's start with the boys first, since Junie has a litany of stuff.
I don't have a litany.
Kenny, is there any place that you can be found on the internet if you want to be found?
Yeah, you can find me on the socials under Mr. _. You can also find me on Xbox Live under Mr. _. If you want to see any of the hijinks that I used to do, that I have done with my fellow bear friends, including you, Will, is Crit or Die on TikTok, and currently, I keep forgetting to do this, but not too many people watch me live. Like, they'll watch the sessions after, but my parents, for whatever reason, have decided that anytime that they see that I'm going to be on, that they will be on regardless of knowing what the hell's going on.
Love that.
I love that.
So to my parents, both Raul and Madeline, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here.
That's the one time in a while, Mom and Dad, because I said their names. Let's just keep it Mom and Dad.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, and also, I did this today knowing that there was a Dolphins game going on, so that's dedication.
That is
for you,
dedication.
you know?
That is dedication. Thank you, sir. I know they make me cry, so the more I have to distract myself from the Dolphins, the better off I am.
Understood.
Sway, where can people
I'm a
find
Bears
you?
fan. What's that?
Yeah.
Well,
no.
you can't find me anywhere in Miami or any other
Yeah, unfortunately.
that likes the Dolphins. You can find me here on Twitch at SwayFM, sway.fm on TikTok. A variety of things are done throughout the week, and when I have the spoons to do it. Mondays, I'm here with Rav for at least one more game. I do variety horror streaming. We're going to start doing movie reviews with Kiwi and Sway. We're watching a movie every night, mostly every night, and we're going to do silly reviews on it. Mostly horror movies and horror indie games. And guess what? It's worse when you're living in it and have control over nothing, such as TTRPGs. So if you know a storyteller, grab a storyteller. If you need a player, grab one and tell stories.
Yep. And Junie, where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found?
I will keep this short and brief. I live on the internet. It's easy to find me. You can find me here on Twitch. You can find me here when I'm playing with Rav. You can find me here on McStabbers. You can find me on Ree. There you go. Hi.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm glad that you have a Reader's Digest version of all of your many outlets.
That's Spark Notes.
Crib notes, yeah.
No one's inviting him to every single game
Nobody.
on Twitch like Junie used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Okay.
I have a casting call.
Yeah. Okay. But as always, thank you guys for participating. I hope that you're having a good time. As always, we take mental health on the channel very seriously, so please know that it is okay to not be okay. And if you need help and you're watching live, there are phone numbers going up in our Twitch chat right now that you can call in or text, and somebody will help you on the other end of the line. If you're not in the United States, or if you don't do well with phone calls and text messages, findthehelpline.com is going up on the Twitch chat. They'll be in the description box if you're watching this later on YouTube. But just know that there are people out there are resources for you, and all you got to do is take that first step. And I know it's the scariest, but once you put that one foot, the other will definitely fall in. All it takes is just that one little oomph of courage. But as always, please take care of yourselves. We are in the darkest timeline. Unfortunately, America believes that the price of eggs and the price of milk is worth more than people's rights, and unfortunately, that's going to be our future for the next 4 years. So please take care of yourselves. Please be safe, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, guys. Bye.